Hey, I'm David Bederman, the Israel Life Coach and the creator of the Total Life Clarity System. And today I want to talk to you about changes, about creating transformation in your life. And specifically, I want to talk about how to get through a crossroads. You know, I speak to people from all over the world, and one of the subjects that come up more than any other is the subject of crossroads, transition. How to step out of where your life is now and create something new, create a new life. I'll give you an example. You see, in life, one of two things happens. Either things are going fine and then life presents a crossroads for you, right? What's a crossroads? Something changes. You get fired from a job, or your relationship breaks up, or you have an unplanned financial explosion and you've got to figure out how to make money. The business crashes. So crossroads can come when life creates it, or because you just wake up one day and you realize you're not happy. You're ready for a change. And here's why that happens. Because our mind has a job to do. It has a job to keep us safe. So our entire lives, our mind is always trying to figure out, what do I need to do? How do I need to behave to be safe? The problem is the mind comes up with its first picture, right? Its first answer to that question when we're very young. And what happens is when we get to a certain stage in life, we realize that we've outgrown our picture of the world. We've outgrown our picture of ourselves. And that brings us to the crossroads. That brings us to the point where either the world says, it's time for you to step into something greater. It's time for you to step into what you're really capable of. Or you wake up and you say, I need to do something more. I'm not fulfilled in my life. So here's how to get through a crossroads. The first thing we have to realize is that our mind has confused fear with excitement. And when you're at a crossroads, when you're facing some new opportunity, when you wake up and realize that you want to create real change in your life because you know that there's something more fulfilling, something more exciting that's waiting for you, it brings up a lot of excitement. And the answer and the reason is simple: because you don't know what it's like to be that next version of yourself. Let's say you're running a consulting company, but all of a sudden you want to write a book. You've amassed so much information and you want to share that information. You want to write a book, and it's something that your life has, something that you've been dreaming about your whole life. So for you to see yourself as an author, for you to wake up and step into the role of an author, it's going to bring up a lot of excitement. Your heart's going to beat because you're not going to know what it means to be an author. You're not going to know how to succeed as an author. And so you're going to face that new possibility with a lot of excitement, elevated heart rate, anticipation, uncertainty. But your mind is going to confuse that experience with fear. And what happens when your mind confuses that experience of excitement with fear is you naturally take a step back. So here you are, standing at a crossroads in your life, ready to create something new possibility for yourself, ready to step into a more exciting and a more fulfilling life. But all of a sudden, your mind is saying, whoa, step back. It brings up a lot of excitement, and you feel fear. And so it's very simple. The way you step through a crossroads is you realize that for your entire life, you might have felt fear and retreated to a position of safety. But now that you're at this place where you realize you're ready to create something more for yourself, or the world has told you you have no choice, situation has changed, when you're at that place, when you feel that experience, that fear, it's time to change how you respond to it. Because for your whole life, fear may have been something to avoid. But the way to get through a crossroads, the way to change your life, to upgrade your life, to step into the most powerful and the most exciting and the most fulfilled life that's possible for you, is to realize that fear is going to be there with you every step of the way. And that's a very good thing. That's how it works. And so unless you're ready to accept and to work with this new experience of fear as you step out of the old paradigm of who you were or who you are, and you step into the new possibility of who you know you really can become, unless you're prepared to do that and be with fear all of the time, that feeling in your stomach, you're probably not going to get there. But that's the single greatest piece of advice I can give you. And you know what the truth is? A lot of times it's really hard to do that on your own. It's really hard to wake up day in and day out and step into every new day and make new steps with that feeling of fear, because it's not something we've been trained to do. But now it's time to retrain yourself. Now it's time to experience, to look at that experience of fear, of excitement, and to know that when you're feeling that, it means that you're going in the right direction. Unless there's a tiger in an alley or there's somebody with a gun, unless your life is in danger, that experience of fear that you're feeling in your body, in your stomach, is a good thing. And the key to stepping into this new moment of your life, the key to stepping through this crossroads and succeeding, is learning to work with that fear and learning to use it as your compass and as your fuel. I'm David Bederman, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, I've got a ton more inspiration and powerful strategies to send you. Click on the link in the description of this video and head on over to davidbederman.com and put in your email address to subscribe for updates. I'll also give you access to my Total Life Clarity training video series for free. So head on over to davidbederman.com and subscribe for updates, and I'll see you in your inbox.